Well, hello, welcome back for another video. This morning we are out at Big Bone Lick State Park here in northern Kentucky. Taking the walk out here to the area where they keep the bison and hopefully take some images. The plan for today is hopefully capture a few images, and talk a little bit about the camera I've been using here for the last 6 months, the OM-1 Mark II, kind of give you my opinions on it, my views. So thanks for coming along, everybody. Gonna walk out here and see what we can find. Nice little squirrel right here in a tree. See if I can turn around so you can see him. I don't know if you can see that, but nice squirrel there going up. Anyway, thanks for coming along, everybody. Let's come out here, see what we can find, and take some images, and we'll talk a little bit about the OM-1 Mark II. I'm out here hiking, looking for where the bison may be, and just looking around. We're here in early October. Leaves are kind of starting to change. Things are starting to brown, and colors are starting to change a little bit, and it's kind of just reminds me how much I enjoy being outside in nature. Fresh air, beautiful morning. It's about 59 degrees. This morning I just don't get to get outside like this enough. It's really great just to get up, get outside, breathe in some fresh air, see what's around. Kind of special. Northern Kentucky, is really an interesting place. I mean, it is, to be perfectly honest. When I get a chance to get out and explore it, which isn't very often, I'm amazed by just how beautiful it really is, with rolling hills and trees. It's really pretty spectacular. So anyway, so far no bison, just hiking and looking, but here you kind of see over here, kind of what I'm looking at. Now, granted, they keep the bison here in a pen, as I think I've mentioned in others. This is not like going out west. There's quite a few acres here. You got to follow the trail around and see if you can find them. But again, you can see the sun's coming up over my shoulders, starting to light up the hills. You can see some of the browns and greens. It's just, you can hear some of the birds, seen plenty of squirrels, a couple deer. Of course, I never have my camera out, but too busy just taking it all in. Sometimes that's the most important part. Just get out and take it all in. So we're gonna keep looking. So I'll get back to you here in a few minutes. All right, so I've been out looking around trying to find the bison so far. I've done nothing but strike out. So I thought maybe I'd stop, try to take a couple images, landscape images. And of course, second I set up to do this, the sun goes behind a cloud and the golden light is now gone. And, the scene that's in front of me, just kind of my luck, but kind of things work for me, the way things work for me. But hopefully here in a couple seconds that sun will come back out and we'll be able to capture an image. So while we're here, let's talk a little bit about my OM-1 Mark II. 6 months opinions on it, what I think of it, whether it's something you would want to use. All right, so now the OM-1 Mark II, 20 megapixels. All right, great image stabilization, a lot of computational features inside the camera that I actually really enjoy. Is that for everybody? Well, it really depends on you, okay? I mean, if you like some built-in filters, you like the ability to, to do multiple, whether you can do 20 megapixels or 80 megapixels with, stacking images and the different things that this, camera will do, then it's absolutely for you. And if it's something that doesn't interest you, maybe not. All right, if you're into, tired of lugging around tons and tons of weight, this certainly is smaller and lighter. Again, what I've got here on it right now, this is probably the heaviest lens I own besides my, excuse me, my 300 f4. This is my 8-18, Leica, wide angle lens. You know, and this is a pretty small little setup, as you can see. I mean, it's not really, doesn't take up a lot in your bag. It's easy to handhold, easy to use for just about anything. All right, so if you like size, you know, want something smaller, don't want as much weight, definitely something you want to get into. If you want, you know, if you're looking to spend less money but still have a lot of professional features and great weather sealing and those kind of things, this camera is for you. It definitely is. All right, you know, what is my opinion of it? I'm ecstatic. All right, I enjoy it. I enjoy getting out and shooting it. You know, I enjoy taking it with me anywhere and everywhere I can. You know, one of the things you guys have probably noticed in some of my videos, if you've watched some of my travel videos, I've been taking my OM-5 and not taking the OM-1. Why is that? Just the reason for that is pretty simple. I bought the OM-5 to use for travel. All right, that was the whole point of getting it. You know, but my upcoming trip to Italy, you know, and Greece, I think I want to take this with me. Take this, probably maybe one lens, probably my 12 to 45, you know, and see how it goes, you know, from that perspective. I know it's going to work great. I know it's light and easy to take with me. It's just going to be something a little different. You know, the one thing I don't do a lot with this is video. Not that it can't do video, it can. It's just something that I don't use it for. I use the OM-5 for that, or I use what I've got here, which is my, you know, Pocket 2. You know, but it's a great camera. All right, it really is. If it, you know, I'm not big into specs. I'm not big into all the technical details. Never have been. So, you know, when I review something, I don't really get into that. To me, it's more about the average use. You know, the use by the average photographer every other day when you're out. You know, what you use it for. Do you enjoy shooting with it? You know, does it make your photography, you know, something you enjoy doing? Now, again, if you want high megapixels, you know, there are better cameras out there. If you want, you know, better lenses per se, you know, there's some expensive options that are out there. You know, but if you're looking for a good value that's going to give you, you know, great, you know, features and great feel and give you the opportunity to have a lot of fun and do a lot of different things all in a small package, this is pretty hard to beat. I mean, it really is. It's an incredibly good camera, all right? And again, Micro Four Thirds gets a bad rap, all right? So is there anything I dislike? Yeah, there's one thing I dislike, and I've talked about this before, even with other cameras, all right? Even when you go back, I did a review on the TG6, all right? When I took that to France just to try a point and shoot, you know, pocket camera to see how it worked. And the one thing you will notice with Micro Four Thirds, you know, is a little bit more noise at base ISO of 200. All right, you'll see that it's a little bit more noise. But as people have told me time and time again, even when I was shooting the Canon R5, there are, you know, tools out there that you can use that make that a non-issue, and that's absolutely true. All right, but beyond that, I don't have any dislikes. I mean, there's pretty much nothing I dislike about it. I enjoy pretty much everything about it, with the exception of that one thing. And I'm learning, you know, to get beyond that, you know. And my light's back, so let's see if we can capture an image now. And again, if you take a look here, you know, there's a fence in front of you and everything else. I'm, you know, still going to capture it with the fence in the image, just because that's what I wanted. But yeah, if you look behind me, you can see the sun coming down the pasture here. You know, it's a, you know, it's just a great system. You know, great to get out with, whether you're using it for a landscape, you're using it, you know, for portraits, or you're using it, you know, for you know, wildlife. You know, it's definitely the best wildlife birding, you know, type setup there is out there because of its size, the ability to get extra reach with smaller lenses. That's really great. All right, but it's still good for landscapes. Can you shoot portraits with it? The answer is yes. Do you get the exact same depth of field? No, you don't. Okay, you just don't. But is that something you can overcome? Yes. Is it something that's super important? It depends on you. All right, it really does. It depends on you. All this stuff really depends on you. You know, this is something I enjoy, something I like shooting. All right, you may not. You may not. It's just the way it goes. But you know, do I highly recommend it? The answer is yes. You know, for somebody who has the same kind of views that I do, if you're looking for something small, lighter, has a lot of functionality, great in all weather, you know, something that isn't going to break the bank every time you try to buy something, you know, something that you actually enjoy playing with, then absolutely this is for you. If you're looking for high megapixels and looking for absolutely perfect, no noise in your image, no nothing, maybe it's not. But for me, for what I do, because again, I'm an amateur, I'm not a professional. All right, it's absolutely a good fit, and I encourage anybody, who's thinking or on the fence, just go out and, either rent one or go out to a camera shop, pick one up, and play with it a little bit, and just see what you think, because it's actually a pretty good little system. It's been around for a while. OM Systems hasn't, but Olympus prior to, it's been around for a while. And it is something I think will stay around, for the foreseeable future. The things are built well. It's a good tool. So anyway, I'm going to keep looking, see if I can find some bison, take a couple more images. If I do capture anything that's worth looking at, I will throw it in here at the end. At this point, really haven't captured much, but we'll give it a shot, keep looking. But thanks for coming along, everybody. Appreciate every one of you. Remember to like, comment, subscribe, share, do whatever, and until we see you again, stay safe. Well, as luck would have it, kind of hard to, excuse me, kind of hard to see from this distance, but they are out there. There's a lot of construction here on the trail, but they're out here now. They're up and out this morning. Beauty of Micro Four Thirds, especially with the 300 f4 Pro. Throw the 1.4 TC on it. Now you're at 840 millimeters. And guess what? You can get fairly close, even from this kind of distance. So again, great thing for the OM-1. Throwing this in here at the end, just because I thought you might like to see it. But this is a great example of why, from a wildlife standpoint, Micro Four Thirds is a great option. I'm a long way away. I can't get there any closer because of things they're doing here on the trail. We certainly want to abide by the rules of what they're asking us to do. But I can still get a shot. So I'm putting those in here. So thanks for coming along, everybody.